Hi everybody, and welcome to video 9 in our Steampunk Journey series. Now this is actually only video 3 in our Tall Slim journal. We're using two kits, Nautical Steampunk and Steampunk Trains. They're both Victoria design kits, but you can use whatever kit you want. Now the purpose of a journal like this is to use up some of your 8.5 by 11 vertical images, and also the patterns that may not work well in a small journal. So we completed the cover, and on a side note, I kind of wish I hadn't put this on here and had just left it and left the word steampunk down here by itself, but we've already done it, and it's there, and it looks good, it looks fine. But I just wish we could have seen the fish, you know what I mean, and I hadn't covered up the nose of the submarine, which I did not notice when I put it on. Okay, we haven't put the string on because we don't know how thick it's going to be. We were working on page 2 with our CD covers and all that, and so we're going to finish that up and then hopefully go on to page 3, maybe page 4. So I'm going to set this to the side while we finish this up. Okay, and I went ahead and put images inside. I left the magnets on the back, even on the one that I had removed the magnet from. This one can actually be put on the other side, and so I was thinking about doing 2 this way and 1 this way. Well, then the magnet wouldn't work, or, you know, and 1 this way. So the magnet would hold that one down, and these center magnets hopefully would hold these down. That back paper isn't going to be that thick, and then there's paper, I don't know. I don't know. We could do it like this, only we run into the same problem with this magnet. You know what we could do is we could move this magnet back farther. I need a new piece of tape. I think when I moved that one the first time, that kind of outdid the tape. Alright, so if we move it back past where these 2 are going to be, let's get our paper so we know how wide we're working with. Because I'm thinking that's the only way we're going to be able to have the magnets hold the papers down, the pages down. So if we have this one here, that's still going to make these 2 too high. You know what we're going to need to do is we need to put the magnets on the back of here to hold this one and this one. Well, I'm just going to go with what I had. But I'm going to move this one back a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now we need to cover the backs. And I've got these pages to cover the backs. They're not in any order, except this needs to be the middle one. And I would prefer this to be the top one and this to be the bottom one. So let's do number 1 first. May have got ahead of myself doing 3. If we did 2, we could guarantee that the 2 would stick. I really wanted to do 3. Well, I know how we could do 3. All right. So now with this one going on this way, yeah, this is actually our top. I don't know how I kept getting it backwards on here. This is our top. So we're going to want to do our image this way. Not a whole lot of brown on there, is there? So we're going to want to cut the image off here. And then we're going to cut it off about here. Trying to make the lines a little bit bigger so I can see them a little bit better. And put the image on this way. Okay, let's ink it in black. Now, each one of these is going to have some kind of a feature on the back: an acetate pocket, an acetate belly band, and an acetate tuck. So, we haven't done any of those in this video, but we have done them, in this book, but we have done them in the ring-bound journal. So you can go back and watch those. I'm going to do them off camera so that it doesn't take up a lot of time doing stuff we already know how to do. Or maybe I'll do it this time and then say that's it for this book. Everything else will be done off camera. Why don't we do that just to make sure. Because we don't want too much on the backs, because we want the magnets to hold. I'm afraid they're not going to hold as it is, but I think they're going to be too far away. They're not going to touch the paper. We're going to end up, we're going to test this one. That's what we're going to do. See if it's too far away even without. Well, we'll cut the paper for the next one. And we'll look and see. You want to make sure you go over far enough that you're sealing this shut. Okay, so now this one has a magnet right here. I may end up just doing two, so I know that they'll stay shut, and save this one for somewhere else in the book, because I don't want to have one keeping these two from touching. This one's going to be up here, that one's going to be down there. But this one's still going to keep them from touching the page. Let's do that. Let's just do those two. And then we'll have the two ladies. So this will go with this. And I have a couple of pages that I'm not sure what I want to do with. So okay, so let's cut our other lady. Going this way. I think I want to cut her a little wider. I think there was too much of the edge showing. Of course, that's going to make them look different. I don't know. We'll see. So we started out with a good idea. The only other thing we could have done is we could have used a strap to hold all of them in. It's still not a bad idea. You know, we could have all three if we wanted to, and have a strap come down from the top with a Velcro dot to hold them all shut. We could use, is this long enough? No, because it wouldn't go over. We'd have to make one from one of our scraps, which we have a scrap that's this long. Just won't work because we don't have anything bigger than 11. We could make two straps going this way, or one wider strap to hold all three. Maybe we could do that. Let's put the backs on. Oops, let's ink this in black. Because we could do that for something different. Okay. I know I just flipped that over the way it was already, but I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, see, this is the size the other one should have been. The other one is a little small. Okay, so we've got these two. If we put the blue one on, what would it look like with a strap? Right across here. Just wide enough to hold them shut. What would I hook the strap to? I don't have enough room over here to hook one. So we're going to have to go with 2. Well, we'll get done quicker, won't we? Okay. And we'll do this one from the top. Now, this needs the 2 magnets. Then, what I'm thinking is, just for decoration, really, so the magnets hold them shut, but just for decoration, I don't think the brad is big enough. I was going to say we could put one of the arrows right here to hold it, you know, to make it look like it's held shut by the arrows, but I don't think it's going to work because I think they're going to be too thick. Okay, so we've got the back sides done, except for, I'm going to put, I think, an acetate tuck and an acetate tuck, and then we'll put writing cards in. Let me take this one out and see if it's big enough. So let's do and push it up just a little bit so my measurement is off the page. I'm going to do something else. I think 1.5 inches. In fact, 1.5 inches is too big. 1 inch is all we need. Need to cut the height. And that height will be the same for both. So I am going to go back to my Sharpie. Okay. So we'll cut the height first. Then we'll cut, let's see, this is a 3. So let's make it a 2. That will give us a 1-inch wide stripe. And then this is at make it at 1. I think this one is narrower. Yeah, I should have just left it the width that it was. I actually think this is 1 inch. This looks way wider than 1 inch. It's really hard on this paper trimmer to get. There we go. Okay. We're going to put them here and here. And since they're going to be just tucks and not pockets, all we're going to do is glue the one side. Getting lots of spider webs. Take this one and we'll glue it here. Now with Fabri-Tac, you can take your finger and smooth it out and you pretty much can't see it. And we'll glue this side. And put it over here. Then I'll find cards or tags. We've got so many in the kit. Cards and tags. It's the ephemera, believe it or not, that we're missing. There's circles. And there's a bunch of little circles too. Can almost, where'd they go? I can almost put 2 smaller ones. Let's see which one looks better. There's one with a train. I actually kind of like the one that goes out over better. but it's going to cover our card. So I just had another one with another train. Here it is. And put them there like that. And keep our big trains for bigger spots. Okay. And then we'll put some gears or something, or maybe a word. We'll turn it sideways. If we can find some, I'll look in through the words. Let's ink these. And then we're not done. Once we do this, we still have to do something with this. Which isn't going to be hard to do. So, this train is right side up this way. We put it in the center. And you have to kind of get it right where you want it. Once you stick it on the acetate, you can move it just a little bit, but then it grabs because it melts it a little bit. Okay, so this train is right side up this way. So let's put it about the same amount down. Do you see how I could slide it right there for a second? Now it's starting to grab. Whoops. That looks like a good spot. Okay, so while those are drying, oh, it looks like I was going to do something different. Where are my two pockets? I had two pockets I was going to use. Those aren't quite big enough, are they, to use as pockets? Well, they could be. This one definitely is. Let's see. Oh, I've got this one. That one's bigger. Yeah, these really cool glasses. This could be a tuck, and that could be a tuck. And I don't know what these words are for. And they're too big for this. I don't remember what I was... Wait a minute. Was I going to use these two as the pockets? Possibly. I'm pretty sure that's what I was going to do. I don't remember, see? get too far ahead of myself and then I can't remember. Okay, let's put this one on as a pocket. It's already been inked. And then I'll take two smaller words and put them on the tabs. Okay, so this one's going to be a pocket. I wonder if I should do this one in the center. I wish I had enough room to do it where the bottom of this is. That's what's going to happen, and we're going to use the glue eraser to erase the additional glue. That's still a little sticky right there. Let's see if we can get it off. Okay, now let's see. That looks better. Okay, so then we'll put this one even with the bottom of this pocket. That'll give us plenty of room to put tags in there. We don't have to put big ones. We just have to stick out the top. This one's been inked. I had to do a little creative rounding on these two. They're not exactly the same, and I'm not exactly proud of my trimming abilities. Let's open this up so we can see the other one. I'm going to get that glue out of there. Get that and that. Get that in there, and then we'll just put some tags in there. We'll put a word on here. I think that'll be good. Okay, so now we've got the magnets on the back to hold them shut. Took forever to do this page, but I keep this with this one. We'll put this one on this one. Oh, we didn't ink it. But these are the things you have to think out when you're making a page. You have to decide, and this page was a little bit much. I had that third pocket, CD cover, and I really, really, really wanted to use it. But I didn't have any way to use an arrow to hold the bottom one or the top ones down. There was not enough room to use two arrows, which would have been cool. So we'll do them opposite. If they do that, you just kind of, then they lay flat. And then you could put something on each of these to decorate. Or not. It just depends on what you want to do. Could even almost put them here. And that would help you out with a big, what am I going to put there problem. And then you could put something else in there with it if you want. And then we'll put 2 words on here. Okay? Can't believe it took us 40 minutes to finish that. It was from me being wishy-washy. Oh, I remember what these were for. These were for here. That was for that one. Plus we decorated these, so we'll put some metal on them. Not on the backs. We don't want to pull the, darn it, the flip out far enough away from the back paper that the magnet doesn't reach and touch the paper. So it won't hold if you don't. So let's do Imagine on this side, but over here, my scan and cut got a little crazy on a couple of these. Then we'll put this one on this side. When you see me flailing my arms around, it's not because I'm crazy. Well, I am crazy, but... and certifiably so. It's because those little spider web strings keep coming off and I have to keep pulling them away from the project. Okay, now let's put that in here. And I'll do something else probably to it off camera. And then I'll probably reglue my, or refill my glue bottle. See, there's one right there. Right diagonal across the page. Okay. There we go. Now we've got the little rivets showing all the way around. except I don't think we had any on this side except down here. So this page looks a little crooked. Let's slide it a little bit. Alright, so then we'll put some metal on here, and maybe something up here, maybe maybe a clock on this one and something different on this one. I'm going to have to look and see what else I have, other than just the gears and such. So now page 3 is going to be very easy. It's just a writing page. Isn't she pretty? So all we're going to do is measure this from here and we want it to be just below where the dots are. Okay. So that's going to be here. And then we want it to be just inside the dots here, and that's going to be here. Now I'll put some metal on there. Kind of spruce it up a little bit. Looks fine. Oh, for goodness sakes. Get off there. Now, I'm thinking of just doing a flip through of all 3 at the end as a set. So, I don't know. That would make the numbering different for the videos, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Because video 7 wouldn't be the flip through for the ring bound journal. I could do separate flip throughs and cut them all together. I don't know though. I think I'm going to do it in sections, and so I think I'm going to leave the flip through for each one at the end of the section, and then at the end of the whole project, you know, do a big flip through reveal of the whole project as one. Only without so much detail of maybe going through every card and everything. Maybe just show the pages. Well, that looks crooked. That looks better. Can't always go by the dots because my stenciling is not exactly up to snuff. So we just want to make sure the picture's straight. This one we're not going to put an acetate, you know, band or anything on. We may put something up here. Some other ephemera. I don't know, I've got this piece of luggage that takes up a lot of the writing space. So we'll look at some of the other smaller stuff. Imagine creativity, and if you could see this, that's just way too big for there. Okay, well, I'll look through it and see what I've got, because I think it definitely cries out for something up there. Maybe one of the larger circles. Not the super large, but the medium size circles, because circles seem to be the shape that carries throughout for the ephemera. And so I think I'll do that. But so for this video, we did this simple page, and we finished up this crazy page, which should have been a simple page. And we'll be, in the next video, we'll do 4, I believe 4, 5, and 6. 5 and 6. And we'll have those done, but we need to do the magnets. Okay? Alright, so that's it for this video. And I'll see you in the next video. And it will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.